Good morning. Okay. Any questions in last session? Anyone? Tell me.
Not in ignore
Huh.
when we delete the when we restore it back, like we using git the checkout and git the
No. You are using, wait. You are saying dot git ignore, you are using it. Then are you specifying any files under that? And why are you using dot git ignore? Tell me.
it's required, sir. It is a good for
No. Why is it required? This is to ignore some files. So inside that particular file, are you adding, like, are you specifying some files should be ignored? Have you done that? Then your concept is not clear. Okay. First of all,
50 support, then we have to ignore.
so you need to understand why dot git ignore file you should be using it. Okay, that you understand, and then you try to go for, like, you see, and one more point you mentioned is you have not committed it. Without committing, you are trying to delete a file. How can you do that?
Without committing that, if we delete it, we can lose the restore it.
How can you see? You can restore only when the file is committed. If it is not committed and if it is untracked file, you cannot restore. You just created a file in the working directory and you have not committed it, meaning you have not used git add and commit. Then you are deleting it without committing it. Then how do you make it happen? Tell me. Are you getting my point? If you are deleting an untracked file, you can't get it back. Only the file which are committed, you can get it back. Fine. Untracked file meaning?
It is not committed.
Yeah, you just created a file in the working directory. That's the untracked file. Okay. Fine then.
Yeah, hi sir.
Yeah, tell me.
I need your help to so yesterday I checked in my system, Git is there, so I need to configure the repository to do the
So
practices.
your audio is not clear. Can you be little louder, please?
Now it's fine.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So actually, yesterday I checked in my system, Git is already installed.
Uh-huh.
I need your help to configure the repository to do the practices.
No, well, see, you need to you need to create one repository in the central and you just need to clone it in one of the folder.
Yeah, that I know, but I need some guidance. Yes, I'm doing.
Okay, we'll see later.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
sir, do we get merge commits only when we do commits on both master and dev branch simultaneously?
Yes, correct. You get much, meaning, yeah, merge commit only when you have the changes in both the branches.
Okay, sir. And sir, can we merge from master to some other branch? Like initially, we were merging from dev to master.
You can merge from any branch to any branch, doesn't matter, but you need to know the branching strategy properly. Accordingly, you should follow. But practically speaking, technically, yes, it is possible. From any branch to any branch, you can merge.
And sir, git log one line, while doing it from one directory, I can see commits of like both working directories that were made to the master branch. So,
No, you don't see it if you are in that branch. But if you are saying hyphen all, you will see it. Otherwise, you don't see it. You need,
okay.
if you are using hyphen all, then all the branch commits you can see.
No, sir, let's say two developers are there and they're both making commits to the master. They are not branches. There are
Okay.
two different developers. So once we have done all the push to the master branch, and
Mhm.
when we are doing git log hyphen one line from one work
Then you'll see,
work.
no? Then if you
Okay.
both are using the same branch, yes, definitely. If you are pulling the other developer commits, definitely you'll see all the commits, right?
Sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So
Sir.
go ahead, Shivaji.
Yeah, so the rebase is mainly we are using for to neglecting or neglecting that merge commit, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so for when we do that merge commit, it will adding new commits, right? So it was not that much of useful, and that commits are taking too much of lines, right? So that's why we are avoiding that merge commit, and we are taking rebase to reduce the commit lines and adding adding in between the commits, right?
Yeah. To
Or
have the history clean, we are using rebase.
okay,
Okay.
yeah, okay, okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fine. So today we will try to understand git reset and revert. So why do you need this? Till now, we understood all positive scenarios. What do you mean by positive? Like add, commit, push, pull, merging, okay, rebasing, pull request, all this. We are not trying to delete anything over here. Am I correct? But there are some possibilities that like you may need to delete some changes. Okay. But only in exceptional cases you should be doing it. Not all the time because you are trying to delete the history. First of all, why are we using version control system to maintain the history? Now we are talking about deleting the history. Are you getting my point? Okay. So that only happens unnecessarily. You should not be doing it first of all. And especially if you are a DevOps engineer, the developer's code, you are not supposed to delete. Yes or no? That's not your code and you don't know what exactly each file does or whatever. Fine. So unless if you don't have any permission, you are not supposed to do this. Okay. But even you are a developer also, when you should be using it is very important and which command at what for what purpose you should be using also important. Okay. Let's try to understand both the commands and I'll explain like when to use which one. Yeah. Now we are talking about deleting some commits. There is a command called a git reset. What exactly it does is it deletes the commits. It deletes the commits. For example, I have a branch. So in this branch, I have C1, C2, C3. Now, till C3, you push to the central repository. Till C3, you push to the central repository. C4 is a local commit. C4 is a local commit. And it's not pushed to the central repository. Now I wish to delete C4. I wish to delete C4. Then what you need to mention is git reset C3. Till which commit you wish to retain. Till which commit you wish to retain. So when you try to use git log, recent commits will be displayed in the top. Am I correct? So it will be like C4, C3, C2, C1. Then from the bottom, till which commit retain. Now you are saying C3. That means whatever comes on top of that, which will be C4, will be deleted. Will be deleted. Okay. Now the question is, what happens to the changes? I'm saying deleting the commit. But what happens to the changes for that particular commit? Okay. Is it getting removed only from the local repository or even from working directory also is the question. Okay. So for that, you need to understand three options: soft, mixed, hard. Soft, mixed, hard. So if you are using soft with git reset, what happens is the commit ID will be deleted anyway for all the options. Commit will be deleted. And the changes will be deleted only from the local repository if you are using soft. So what does it mean? You will have the changes in working directory and also in the staging area. You know the architecture, right? Working directory, staging area, repository. So in case of soft, the changes will be removed only from the repository, not from the staging area and the working directory. Okay, if you are using soft. But if you are using mixed, then changes will be deleted even from the staging area. You will have the changes only in the working directory. Okay, only in the working directory. Fine. When you are using which one? Mixed. Default option is mixed. What do you mean by default option? If you don't specify any option, then it takes mixed as a option. Fine. Then if you are using hard, this is dangerous. The changes will be deleted even from working directory. Nowhere you will see the changes. So let's say, for example, developers, there is one developer. That developer worked on 2-3 files, like from past 2-3 days, he or she are working on those files. Now developer comes to you and asks you to, I don't want this particular commit, can you please delete? They don't know how to delete. They'll come to you and they'll ask you to delete. Now you'll do a favor. You know the command, right? You'll just say git reset and that particular previous commit ID, then the other one will be deleted. Now again the same developer will come back to you and ask you, why did you delete that particular file? Are you getting a point? See, commit holds multiple file changes. It's not only one file change. Yes or no? So when you are using hard or any commit for that, I mean like any option for that matter, anyway commits will be deleted. But whether the changes will be there in this working directory or not matters, right? But in case of hard, even from the working directory, you are deleting it. Let's say that commit holds C4 holds 3 file changes. The developer intention is to actually delete only one file, not other 2 files. But he is actually asking you to delete a commit because they don't know actual functionality, like internally what exactly happens and all, they'll just come to you and ask you to delete. But since they are only asking, you just delete it. Now they spend 2-3 days working on those files. Now that is gone. Yes or no? Now you'll get an escalation saying that, why did you delete it? There is no written statement saying that the developer asked you to delete only one file. That developer initially asked you to delete the commit actually, not the file. Yes or no? But you have deleted without asking anyone, without taking a permission from anyone. Then tech lead or whoever is managing that project, they'll come to you and they'll blame you only, right? Yes or no? So that is the reason, just because someone is asking without taking an approval from someone, you should not be simply deleting it. Getting my point? So but remember one thing, this reset, we can only do it for local commits. For local commits. You should not be doing for the commits which are already pushed to the central repository. Technically, you can do it. I'll tell you the scenario why you should not be using the reset. So let's say, for example, you are saying git reset C2 and C3 also gets deleted. Am I correct? C3 is already there in the central repository. Now you create C4 or C5 or something and you try to push it. Now you know the rule, right? When you are trying to push something, Git verifies the commits which are there in the central or there in the local or not, it verifies. In this case, C3 will be there in the central. Now anyway you need to pull it. If you pull it, you will get that commit back. Yes or no? So that is the reason. Don't do the reset for the commits which are already pushed. But when you pull it, you will get that back again. That's the reason. So always we should be using the reset for local commits, not for the commits which are already pushed to the center. Is this clear? Yeah. Okay. And in the reset, you have these three options: soft, mixed, hard. Okay. Fine. Now, there is one more option, which is revert. Revert can be done for local or central. I mean, like, it doesn't matter whether these commits are pushed or not. Okay. So, how exactly revert works, we'll try to understand. Then you will realize why we can do the revert for both for the central and the local. In case of revert, now I wish to delete the C4 changes. I wish to delete the C4 changes, meaning that C4 contains some changes. It can be like addition, insertion, deletion, whatever will be there, right? So that changes I wish to revert actually. I shouldn't see those changes in my working directory. Now, reset will delete it, but revert doesn't delete the commit. It maintains the history. So what exactly happens is you need to mention C4 only. In case of revert, you should mention that commit ID only. So you should say git revert and C4. Then what exactly happens is it creates one more commit and the reversal of C4 happens here. Are you getting my point? It creates one more commit. The reversal of C4, what does it mean? For example, I added one file and modified one more file by updating like two more lines in that. So in the reversal, what will happen? I added a file, right? It deletes the file in that commit. Then those two lines are modified, right? Are updated, or added, right? Those two lines will be deleted in the second file. The reversal of C4 If I have added something, removal will happen. If I remove something, addition will happen. Are you getting the point? The reversal of C4 will happen. It will not be deleting that particular commit. It will create a new commit and it ignores, meaning the reversal of that particular commit will happen in the new commit. Since we are not deleting the history by using revert, you can use the revert even for the commits which are there in the central also. It doesn't mean that you cannot use it for local. For both you can use it. Is this clear? The difference between reset and revert? Clear? Yeah. Okay. Now practically let's try to understand how exactly these two works. Okay, so now all the commits are pushed to the central repository. So now what exactly I'm trying to do? I'm just creating one file here. I'll mention that file name as reset test. Practically any file you can add and commit that you know it. Okay, just because I am using reset test, it's practically it's not like only you should be reverting or resetting the reset set or whatever. Okay, so it can be any commit, doesn't matter. Now what am I doing? I'm saying adding this file git commit -m reset test. That's my message. So git log -one line -4. Now this is a local commit. I wish to reset this particular commit. Then to do that, I should say git reset and you should mention this commit ID, not this commit ID. Remember that. Okay. So even though I mention many of the trainees, they'll try to use this one and nothing happens. Why? Above that, there are no commits, no? Okay, fine. So you should be using this commit ID. And I am trying to use -- soft option. So what exactly happens now? That 6CF2, that commit will be deleted and you will see the changes in the staging area and the working directory. Okay, only from the repository the changes will be deleted. Let's verify that it's done. Now if I say git log -one line and -3, one line, you can see this commit is deleted. Yes. And if I say git status, where is your file? It's in staging area. Okay. And there will be a file in the working directory, definitely. Now what do? I am committing it. I don't need to add it again because it's there in the staging area. Okay. So again, I am saying reset test. Git log --- one line. So there is a new commit. Now I wish to delete that commit again. This time we'll use what option? Mixed. So what exactly mixed does? It removes even from the staging area. You'll have the changes only in the working directory. Correct? So do that. Git log. So your commit is deleted. 5.1 EA is not there now. And if I say git status, you can see that's there only in the working directory as an untracked file. Can you see now? Only this you will see it, and it's not staged also. Now what do? Git add reset test again. So why am I committing it again? I wish to show you hard. Git commit -m reset test. Now git log - one line. So there is a new commit 081. So this time instead of mixed, I'm using hard. So this will delete the commit, and all the changes resides in that particular commit will be removed from everywhere. Okay, it's a permanent delete. You don't see the changes even in the working directory. So I've done that. Now you can see that commit is deleted. Now if I say git status, I'm not seeing that particular file as in the staging and like in the working directory. You don't see that file here. Understand? So if you are really know like what exactly you are doing, go for hard. Otherwise, it is dangerous. It deletes from everywhere. Okay? Yeah. So that is about reset. Now let's discuss about revert. So again, I'm creating one file here. So it contains some changes. Git add revert test, git commit -m revert test. So git log -one line. So you see revert test over there. Now, if I say git show on this particular commit ID, you can see I am adding this particular file. Yes or no? I'm adding that file. So when I try to revert, what will happen? Minus will happen in the new commit. So in case of revert, as I mentioned, it does not delete that commit. It will create a new commit and reversal of these changes will happen in the new commit. Okay, yeah, let's verify how exactly it works. Again, I am saying git log -one line -4. So in case of revert, what you need to do? You should mention that commit ID only. That commit ID only. And there is nothing like soft, mixed, hard, nothing. Okay. So the reversal will happen. I am reversing which one? FED31. Okay. Now let's do that. So it will ask you to enter why are you reverting it. So it will open an editor like this. So you simply mention, if you wish to type something, you can type it by saying, just say hi, I, just type like I. So then you modify some message here. Then you say escape colon WQ. Then you'll come out of it. Now you can see git log hyphen one line -4. See, one more commit ID got created and this is not deleted. You are maintaining the history. One more commit ID is created, but the revert test has happened in this particular one. But how do you know that? You can see in the working directory, I'm not seeing that file. Correct? And git show and this. Can you see now? Minus revert test has happened. Understood? Okay. So that is how revert works in Git. Clear? Any questions? Okay. Fine then. Two more topics are pending in the Git. I'll teach that in Monday session and we'll complete it on Monday. Okay. So even though if I start now, it takes time. So that's the reason.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
I had a doubt.
Yeah.
So
One moment. I'm just stopping the recording.